Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the College Launchpad Social Sciences Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel. I'm your facilitator for this evening's session. I'm super excited to hear from these universities and schools. We have some absolutely amazing representatives here to tell you a little bit about themselves, the schools that they represent, as well as their social sciences programs. So I am excited to get started, but before we do, just some housekeeping items for you all to keep in mind. Remember, this is a webinar style format, virtual college fair, and what that means is that you are muted and your video is turned off. So the panelists cannot see or hear you. So you're probably wondering, well, Sibel, I have a lot of questions for these schools, and how in the world am I going to get those questions answered? Well, that in and of itself is a great question. Use that Q&A button. So if you look in your Zoom toolbar, you will see somewhere towards the middle a Q&A button. You will go ahead and click on that button and type in your questions to the presenters at any time. Now, this is about a 45-minute session on the clock here. So remember, do not wait until the last minute to ask those questions. Please ask them throughout, as our panelists and presenters will be answering them via typed answer in that Q&A throughout the presentation. Also, please do us a favor. If you could, please put the school's name within the question. Once again, please put the school's name within the question so we all know who the question goes to. Now, this is one out of many, many college presentations offered. So please sign up and check out the website for some more of these college presentations. We have another session for the arts actually tomorrow, and then we do have some other programming in May with College Launchpad as well. Now, let's say mom missed out on tonight, or maybe dad or cousin or grandma wants to check out these schools too, or maybe you and a friend want to relive the fun. You can absolutely do that because all of these sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/launch. All right, you all, with that said, I would love to get started with our first school up for this evening. We have Newman University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Georgia Drews. I am the Associate Director of Admissions at Newman University in Wichita, Kansas. And I'm going to guess that you probably haven't heard of Newman University before, and I get that a lot, so it's totally cool. That's why I'm here. We are located in Wichita, Kansas, and if you're not sure where that is, I have a lovely map of the US for you just here. We are smack dab right in the middle of the US of A. We are one of the top 10 places to live in the US, I think primarily because you get the urban feel without it being an extremely large city. Even though Wichita is the largest city in Kansas, we only have about 600 in our metro population, and the cost of living here is fantastic. So food, entertainment, living off campus, all very affordable. And I always like to show this shot of campus too, because it shows you that we are just outside of downtown here at the top of the screen. Newman University is a 61-acre park-like campus, lots of trees, lots of green space, lots of squirrels. And the other reason I love this picture, because it shows you the quintessential Kansas storm rolling in from the west. Yesterday, we were at 90 degrees with thunderstorms and tornado warnings. And today we had snow this morning, and now it's 50 degrees and windy. So if you like experiencing all four seasons in the course of a few days, Wichita is the place for you. The other thing I like to mention is that Wichita is the air capital of the world. So lots of opportunities for jobs and internships with a variety of different types of companies that either are aircraft companies or support the aircraft companies. This is a closer shot of downtown Wichita, our Century 2 Performing Arts Center, as well as a lot of the companies that you could potentially work with downtown. Because we're the air capital of the world, we do have a unique fact. We have Harrison Ford sightings in downtown Wichita about 2 to 3 times a year because he's a huge aircraft enthusiast and he comes here to get his aircrafts serviced. And so when he's here, he gets a hotel, he rents a car. You can see him at some of his favorite restaurants like the Doodah Diner. And you know he's here because social media just starts popping up with pictures of him all day. A little bit more about Newman. Newman is a Catholic college. We were founded in 1933 by a group of Catholic sisters called the Adorers of the Blood of Christ. They still live right next door in a convent. And we're named after this guy, St. John Henry Newman. He was just canonized a saint by Pope Francis back in 2019. So he's still kind of a baby saint, and we turned him into a Funko Pop, and we've had a lot of fun with his likeness. But we're named after him because he had some really cool ideas about what it meant to get a Catholic liberal arts education. And so you'll see that even if you're in a particular major, you get to take classes from a lot of different disciplines. I do get a lot of questions about us being a Catholic college. Just because we're Catholic doesn't mean you have to be Catholic to go here. We're accepting of all faith backgrounds, and we have a wonderful campus ministry office that meets you where you're at in your faith life. The chapel is open to everyone, and only about 40% of our student body self-identifies as Catholic. This is our mission statement, and in addition to some of the things I already told you, it points out our purpose. Our purpose is to empower you to go out and transform society, regardless of the degree program that you're selecting. We're a pretty small school on the range of small to large. We're more like extra small. We also are able to have a really great student to faculty ratio and smaller class sizes. Just for reference, the largest class we have on campus seats about 90 people, so really can't have any more than that, but 15 on the average. And whether you're looking for this or not, for better or for worse, our faculty know you. They know your name. They know what you're good at. They know what you're not good at. They are going to hold you accountable, and they're going to notice when you're not in class. They also love it when you participate and add to the discussion. This is definitely one of those places where a professor might text you if you're running late to class versus them not knowing that you were absent in the first place. These are all of the degrees and programs that we offer here at Newman University, but I did want to highlight those in our social sciences and humanities, and proudly so, because I am a product of the humanities at Newman University. I came in undecided for a full 2 years, and after having 12 years of a Catholic education, thought there's no way I'm going to need more religion classes. And then I ended up majoring in it. So I have a degree in theology from Newman University, and I loved it. But I think sometimes people shy away from the humanities or the social sciences because, unlike, nursing or pre-med or education, you have so many different things that you could go out and do with these degrees that sometimes it's intimidating and it's hard to pick just one. So you have a lot of options, and your advisor and career services can help you narrow those down. These are the bachelor's degrees that we offer at Newman University. Some of my favorites are criminal justice because we have wonderful faculty. Our main faculty in the program right now is the former assistant district attorney for the city of Wichita. So she's a lawyer, she's had a little bit of the police work, and she also helps train our local police force. We also have a bachelor's degree in social work. So if you're looking to go out and help folks, maybe go on to a graduate degree, that could be a really good lead-in. I personally am a lover of philosophy and theology, having gone to Catholic schools my whole life. And regardless of what program you study, because we're a Catholic university, you do take one philosophy and theology program in the course of getting your bachelor's degree from Newman. If you're looking to further your education, we do have a social work degree. Don't necessarily have to have a bachelor's degree in social work to go into the master's degree, but there is an accelerated track if you come in with prior experience. And we also have a master's degree in theology, which is completely online. We also have minors in international studies, journalism, leadership, political science, and Spanish. Highly recommend Spanish. If you're interested and motivated by athletics, we do have men's and women's NCAA Division II athletics, and you can get scholarships for anything on this men's and women's list. I came here for the awesome bowling team. And this is the way we award scholarships. We are test optional. Our application is free, so you need only a 2.25 GPA or a 21 ACT to be automatically admitted with a scholarship between $10,000 to $16,000 per year. So these are good every year for 4 years, as long as you maintain a 2.0. Consider visiting. And if you're interested, you can scan our custom QR for your digital custom viewbook at Newman University. Enjoy learning about all these schools.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Newman University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have St. Louis University. Hey, Ben.
I am muted. I am sorry. Hi, my name is Ben Overberg. I'm a senior transfer counselor at St. Louis University. Just some quick overviews about SLU. We're 8,000 students here at SLU. We're a top 100 nationally ranked school. We're a Jesuit Catholic university too. The Jesuits are a separate sect of Catholicism. They were founded in Spain in the 1600s. What sets us apart is kind of a holistic approach to education. So we want you to be well-rounded mind, body, and spirit. We just want you generally to be good human beings too. On average, our student body is averaging 1.98 million hours of community service a year. So community service is a huge part of what we do here at SLU. Getting into some more details, being 8,000 students, we still have a 9-to-1 faculty-to-student ratio. So very hands-on approach to education. I'm going to delve into a lot of the specifics here about our social science program. Whoops, if I can click. So they're within our College of Arts and Sciences. One thing that we offer here at SLU is we're a direct admit program. So when you're applied to SLU, you're automatically admitted into the program. Our average GPA hovers around a 3.95 GPA coming into SLU. Our average ACT score will be around a 30 on that. We are a test optional school, so we don't require the test score to be admitted to SLU either. These kind of showcase some of the majors that we offer here at SLU. Some ones I'll quickly highlight is psychology. Psychology is one of the most popular programs that we offer for our undergraduate students here at SLU, especially within the social sciences community. We also offer 3 PhD programs within psychology too: clinical, experimental, and industrial organization. One other one I'll kind of showcase here is political science. We have a law program at SLU. We have the oldest law program west of Mississippi. We've been around for over 200 years now. A lot of our poli-sci majors will go on to law school. They'll also pursue mock trials, international studies, and some fun things like that. Some overviews here. We are big on applied learning at SLU. All students will have some kind of component of research, internships, or applied real life experiences, not just the classroom experience, but we want you to get out into the city. The city of St. Louis has about 2.1 million when you do city and county. So it's a pretty big urban setting here in St. Louis. We're about 10 minutes from downtown, so we're not too far away. But all students will have some kind of applied learning. One example for our social science majors is anthropology, which we offer here at SLU. Right across the river is Cahokia Mountains. That's where the Mississippians had their tribes back in the earlier times. You can do different kinds of research over there, field research, surveying, mapping, excavations, all kinds of cool things, getting your hands dirty and get in there outside of the classroom while at SLU. Another example of things you can do while at SLU, we do lots of research here. USN News World Report ranks as a top research university. 99% of our professors have the highest degree in their study. And with them, you'll be able to do research, grants, all kinds of fun stuff. One example of that is our sociology majors. In the past, they've gone to the city of Belize. They've worked on dropout rates in high schools there's some epidemics going on with that. They kind of help research and help facilitate that and rehabilitate that city, helping to come up with some solutions to fix that epidemic there. A global experience here at SLU, study abroad is a big deal at our university. About 70% of our students will do study abroad while attending SLU. All majors have the opportunity to do study abroad. We were ranked a top 25 university for study abroad opportunities. We have 40 different countries and universities that we facilitate where you can go do programs with on 6 continents. We're everywhere besides Antarctica. There's not a lot going on down there. We also have our own campus in Madrid. We are the first university to have a campus in Europe. That was opened in 1967. We still have it today. You can actually be a full-time student over in Madrid, but it's our most popular study abroad option too. Another example of a social sciences major, international studies. We had a student who interned for the ECIJA. It's a global law firm. They did researching on requirements for corporations on bringing employees into the Dominican Republic. So not a bad place to hang out and get some research and field experience at. Lastly, I'll leave you with one of my students. I work with him on a daily basis. He's an awesome student. His name is Paul Gilliam. He is in the College of Arts and Sciences and under the social science major here at SLU. Studying Catholic studies and economics has allowed me to better understand how our society functions spiritually and economically. Through my professors, I've learned what it means to justly and compassionately participate in a society where resources are often inadequately distributed. Because of this, I'm confident I have been well prepared to contribute meaningfully towards the common good. He's an awesome person. Very proud of him here at SLU. We have lots of great social science majors offered here. We'd be more than happy to talk more about that in the chat. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for St. Louis University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Johns Hopkins University.
Great, thank you very much, and good evening to everyone. My name is Brendan Reedy. I am one of our admissions officers in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at Johns Hopkins University, and I'm so excited to be here with you this evening to be able to share more information about Hopkins as a whole, but more specifically our social and behavioral science programs. So Hopkins, we are the nation's first research institution, and we maintain that reputation to present day. There's a stat in one of the upcoming slides showing that we spent $2.56 billion on research in the last year, and that's across the Hopkins network. So research is definitely something that's readily available at Hopkins, and it filters into the philosophy of the institution at every level. We encourage students to ask questions that have never been asked before, and then utilize the resources that we have on campus to find answers to those questions. So innovation, new ideas, bringing ideas to life, that's something that's very much common here at Hopkins. And while we were founded as the nation's first research institution, we were also founded on the principles of the liberal arts, which means for us, freedom and flexibility for students to be able to explore exactly what it is that they are interested in. So we break down our majors into 5 academic areas, which are natural science, humanities, engineering, quantitative areas, and of course, social and behavioral sciences. So all students have to take classes in those 5 academic areas, regardless of what your major is. Of course, you will fulfill the requirements for your major, but beyond that, you're taking classes in these different areas. So everyone has a very well-rounded and balanced curriculum, but no 2 students will have the same curriculum because you do not have a core curriculum. There's no one class that all students have to take, but rather you're able to explore and really discover new passions that you maybe didn't even know that you had before you came to campus. So as I mentioned before, we spent $2.56 billion on research last year. That's across the entire Hopkins network. So when I'm referring to Hopkins tonight, we are talking about our undergraduate institution, which is located on our Homewood campus in the beautiful city of Baltimore, Maryland. But we are part of a larger Johns Hopkins University network. And one school that I would like to point out particularly would be our Bloomberg School of Public Health. It's the #1 public health institution in the country at the graduate level. And you may have seen a variety of different reports over the last 2.5 years of COVID-related information that Hopkins was doing research on. We had undergraduate students contributing to COVID-related research as an undergraduate student, so a pretty cool way to make an impact and gain experience in the social and behavioral sciences. And we also have a 5-year direct matriculation program where you can graduate with a master's in global health after your 5 years. Also, our School of Advanced International Studies, a school that we're also very proud of. It's located on the National Mall in DC. If you're familiar with the Newseum, the News Museum, they are no longer in business, and we bought that building, and now we have our School of Advanced International Studies, which is located down there in DC. They also offer 5-year graduate programs where you can earn a graduate degree in international studies. And also part of the School of Advanced International Studies, what we call SICE for short, are our 2 abroad campuses. So one is in Nanjing, China, and the other is in Bologna, Italy. And students at the undergraduate and graduate level have opportunities to take advantage of these resources. And when it comes to the Hopkins network, you are on a smaller school size, about 5,300 undergraduate students, but you're part of the larger Hopkins network where we educate over 20,000 graduate students. And you have opportunities to take take advantage of the different institutions that we have in the Hopkins network, whether it's doing research at our School of Public Health or research with our School of Advanced International Studies, so on and so forth. So here you can see a breakdown, a larger kind of breakdown of our academic areas. As you can see, very well balanced. Hopkins has a reputation for being a health-specific school, and while we have excellent natural science and health-related programs at the undergraduate and graduate levels, as you can see, we have a variety of different undergraduate areas, over 50 majors, and a variety of options to choose from. And regardless of what major you choose, every student on campus will have to take at least a few social and behavioral science classes at Hopkins. And research is available for students of any academic discipline. As you can see, about 80% of students will do research, and that of course includes the social and behavioral science programs that we offer. We had one student who was studying abroad in London and was doing research on economics, and he happened to be there at the same time that the Brexit vote was happening. So I cannot guarantee that you'll be studying abroad during a huge transnational vote, but of course, we want students to be able to take advantage of the resources that we have wherever they are. And if they are in Baltimore, plenty of resources here. So if you're not familiar with Baltimore, we are on the East Coast of the United States. We are about a 45-minute train ride north of Washington, D.C., and pretty close to Philadelphia and New York as well, right on the water. Lots to do in the city of Baltimore, lots to explore, both right off of our campus and in the surrounding area. And in addition to that, an opportunity for you as a student to make an impact on the city of Baltimore. It's a city of about 600,000 people, so on the smaller size, but not so small that you're going to run out of things to do, but small enough that you're able to apply your talents and make an impact. And that's in the city of Baltimore, but also on our campus. We offer over 350 different student-run clubs and organizations that cover a variety of interests, of course, many based in the social and behavioral sciences. And the beauty of these clubs and organizations is that they are student-run, which means that our students have a lot of control and autonomy in terms of what's going on our campus and the direction of the institution. And here we have some information about what our students are doing after they graduate. Of course, in the social and behavioral sciences, really popular to go to law school. We have a 90% acceptance rate into law school. We have a variety of different Fulbright, Truman, and Rhodes scholars doing a variety of different studies and projects after they graduate. So lots to get involved in at the undergraduate and graduate level, lots to take advantage of, and lots to explore given the flexibility of our curriculum. But happy to share that information about Hopkins. And of course, I'll be answering any questions that you have in the Q&A.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Johns Hopkins University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Xavier University.
Awesome, thank you so much. Let me just make sure I got that. All right, that shows up, correct? Great. My name is Tara Malarkey. I'm a Regional Recruitment Director of Admission at Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. I am based full-time, however, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we have admission counselors based around the country to work with prospective students who are interested in Xavier. Similar to St. Louis University, we are a relatively small to medium-sized Catholic Jesuit university. Again, in Cincinnati, Ohio, we have about 5,000 undergraduate students. Our students come from all 50 states. They come from 40 countries around the world, and they study about 90 different majors in 4 academic colleges, all with direct entry. We have a freshman profile here of our new incoming freshmen. Again, a relatively small class size. We have just an average of 20 students per class. We also have a really small graduate school as well. So even though we have 5,000 undergraduate students, we only have a graduate population of about 1,000 students. So there are a ton of opportunities for students to participate in research with full-time faculty and professors. But the majority of our students come from outside the state of Ohio. And they are, many of them, I should say, are the first in their family to attend college, excuse me, as well as students that come from 18 to 19 different faith traditions, even though we are a Catholic Jesuit university. We have a couple of fun facts here about all of the differences that Xavier has to offer. I mentioned we have an average class size of 20 and a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We also have about 1/3 of our students study abroad in some capacity, as well as 5 distinct honors programs. And 2 of the honors programs that are particularly highlighted are our digital innovation film and television, which is an interdisciplinary film, television, and innovation major, which really leans on humanities and social sciences, with sociology and psychology as a strong part of the core of that major. And then we also have a flagship honors program called Philosophy, Politics, and the Public, which I'll continue to talk about a little bit more. But it's sort of a political science major, again, very interdisciplinary cohort style honors program, where students sort of start in this cohort as a new freshman, continue on with that cohort throughout their 4 years at Xavier, and also study abroad as part of the honors program anywhere in the world. One of the really key features of the PPP program, the Philosophy, Politics, and the Public program, is that it really truly is a program that teaches students to see the world and in a connected way. And we really want our students to create a conversation and a dialogue about history, about politics, about philosophy and ethics. And we genuinely believe that, especially as a Jesuit institution, we genuinely believe that students will put the skills that they learn in the classroom to use in the real world. And we want them to be collaborators and creators and not just sort of book smart people. We have been ranked Number 18 in best undergraduate teaching, and I mentioned as well also 90 undergraduate programs. Many of them are in the humanities and social sciences. As a Catholic Jesuit institution that values educating the whole person, we do require all students to participate in a core curriculum, which includes psychology as well as sociology, philosophy, English and rhetoric, and so on and so forth. We have a bird's eye view of our campus here. And one of the things I wanted to highlight is that the majority of our students are incredibly sort of diversely passionate, where they're really passionate about something that they're studying in the classroom, but also curious to learn more. So that many of our students participate in clubs and organizations outside of their major, in addition to picking up additional minors or double majors in something that might not necessarily traditionally go with whatever it is they're studying. And oftentimes students will pick up a minor or a double major in a humanities or social science field in order to be a little bit more relatable and be able to take their skills and make a more marketable resume from there. I do want to talk about some of our unique social sciences and humanities majors. We do also have arts programs as well, including some BFAs and some unique Montessori education programs for students as well. And I mentioned we have a small graduate school, a relatively small graduate school, just about 1,000 students, but we do have clinical psychology as well as a master's in psychology and mental health counseling. Land, farming, and community is an incredibly popular major, as is sustainability, which has several different interdisciplinary concentrations within them. But we do also have a bachelor's in social work as well. Xavier's motto is all for one and one for all. And I think this is one of the most unique things about our particular institution, is that every single person on our campus is there to help support our students in whatever it is that they're interested in. If they want to study abroad, if they want to pick up a different major, if they're interested in getting an internship, our campus community, students, faculty, and staff are genuinely there to serve one another, which is a particularly strong, or offers, I think, a really strong sense of community. The last thing I want to share too is that success is a significant part of the Xavier experience. Every student at Xavier has a success team that is with them on their first day. So a success coach whose job it is to help you transition from high school student to freshman in college, as well as a financial aid counselor, a career coach, and an academic advisor. And ultimately that contributes to a 98% success rate, meaning that nearly all of our students are employed or working full-time or in graduate school full-time within 6 months of graduation. And that, we can move on.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Xavier University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Washington University in St. Louis.
All right. Hi there, everybody. My name is Leah Garfolo. I am an admissions officer here at Washington University in St. Louis. I'm so excited to talk to you all tonight. First, I wanted to get us started with our land acknowledgement. WashU and the city of St. Louis are located on the traditional and ancestral lands of the Osage Nation, Missouri, and the Illini Confederacy, and we strive to honor them as we live and work and study at WashU every day. I want to talk a little bit about the makeup of our institution. So here are some numbers about our undergrad population. And you can see we've got like a good balance of folks on our campus. And I do want to call out that our campus is a lot more than just like the numbers and the makeup of our student body. We really strive to get to know all of our students by name and story. Each class that we admit is around 1,800 students, which it sounds like a lot, but I know that I remember my applicants that apply. And so we really want to get to know you as a person and make sure that you feel supported on this campus and safe to bring your whole self to campus every day. Specifically for our College of Arts and Sciences, which is where our social sciences and our humanities are housed, we are really proud to have a very strong student research culture here on campus. 60% of our students will do research at some point as an undergraduate. We've got an office dedicated to that. It's called the Office of Undergraduate Research. Their whole purpose is to get students connected with faculty, to get them set up if they want to start their own research project. So that's very strong culturally here on our campus. You can do research in the humanities as well. A lot of folks don't think about that. We've got world-class faculty that you'll be doing that research with. We've got Guggenheim Fellows on campus. We have in the past had Nobel laureates, and we're really proud of our faculty ratio as well. We've got a 7-to-1 student faculty ratio. And as you can see here, this is the mission of the College of Arts and Sciences. They celebrate the joy of discovery and are really into flexibility and cross-disciplinary study. So there is no one curriculum for our students in the humanities and social sciences. We aim for like both a little bit of depth and breadth for our students. So we want you all to be able to explore across like everything that we have to offer and really engage intellectually. These are some of our majors. You can see here, I've pulled just a few from our website, both humanities and social science majors. I'm a humanities person myself. I've got a comp lit degree from the University of Louisville in Kentucky, go Cards. And so I love to talk about the humanities and social sciences. I do also want to call out that 80% of our students will pursue multiple majors and minors sometimes. And again, that speaks to the flexibility. So our students can have a classics major and an economics major, and then maybe they want to minor in like data science and the humanities, which I think is a unique program that we have. 40% of our students will also take their learning abroad. They will study abroad at some point. We are aiming to up that number. COVID has made that particularly difficult, but we do like to get our students out into the world and really get hands-on experience in their learning. Something unique about WashU, I think, is that we have this thing called the IQ curriculum. And I get a lot of questions about this from my applicants and folks in my territory. And it is a distribution of coursework across like all disciplines within the College of Arts and Sciences. So students will take courses in writing and math and social thought. And those are sort of like the core skill areas. And then they will also take things in specific like areas of study. So humanities, social science, behavioral science, natural science, language and cultural diversity. So I mentioned that we don't have like a set curriculum for all of our students to follow, and that's true. We just have sort of a general like skill set that we want our students to master. And you'll see on the right-hand side of the slide, I have a list of all of the advisors that our students will receive over the course of their time with us. We have a really thorough and robust advising model. And it's really important to us that all of those folks are talking to each other. So you'll get a 4-year advisor on campus. You will also get a major and a minor advisor. You will get one of those per each major. So if you double major, you'll have 2 major advisors. And you know, if you want to triple major and double minor or something, you'll get an advisor to help you map out the path for each of those. Our pre-health track at WashU can be pursued from any degree. So you could be a sociology major and pursuing med school. And if you were doing that, you would get a pre-health advisor, and they're going to help you map out how to fit those pre-health classes and prep you for the MCAT while pursuing that art history or that sociology major. The 2 at the end here are WUSAs and our residential advisors, our student advisors and peer mentors. And those folks live with the students and provide like really great sort of peer interaction perspective. Okay. This last slide I wanted to throw up here and give you all some time to digest. It has contact information on it. It has our admissions information on it, and as well as someone from the College of Arts and Sciences and their handles if you want to follow them on social media. But if you all have any questions, just drop them in the chat.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Washington University in St. Louis, please put it in the Q&A. Now, my panelists and presenters, if you all can come on back, I have a question or 2 for you all. Come on back. I'd love to see your beautiful faces. All right, awesome. So my question for you all, since we are at a social sciences virtual college fair, is what's one thing you want students to remember about your social science programs? So we're just going to go in presentation order with Newman University going first.
I think our faculty, because we're smaller and have smaller class sizes, are really great about helping you get set up with internships if you're not really sure. I mentioned earlier that I feel like there's such a wide variety of different things that you can do with a social sciences or humanities degree. And the nice part about us being in an urban area is that there's a lot of different things that you could try out. So if you wanted to go to the Wichita Arts Museum, or you wanted to try the Museum of World Treasures, or if you wanted to work with a business or a nonprofit, anything like that, they can definitely help you make those connections and find the things that you're passionate about.
Awesome, thank you. St. Louis University?
I'd say for us, being a Jesuit university, we want you to want to help others. It shines through in everything we do here at SLU. It's not only our students, but also our faculty and staff. So they'll also work with you a lot on different research opportunities, different internships, career paths, all of that. But really the main focus is just wanting to help others and be a better person. So I think that's a good path to go through.
Awesome, thank you. Johns Hopkins University?
Yeah, I'm going to make a quick plug for one of our institutes on campus. It's the SNF Agora Institute. And it is it is a social science-based institute that encourages cross-cultural collaboration. And the building, not only am I promoting it because of its importance for the session, but also it's being built right next to our admissions building. So we hear the construction every day, but it's going to be a great place for faculty, staff, students to be able to engage, do research in the social sciences. And they also do fund study abroad trips for students to be able to get abroad experiences. So definitely something to check out if you're interested in Hopkins.
Thank you, thank you. Xavier University.
Same about being a Jesuit institution. I'm jealous you got to go first. But also I think because oftentimes students who are interested in humanities are sort of culturally or socially shied away from them because they're not marketable degrees or directly related to a particular job. I'm really a big fan of our student success model, that students who have interests, who have passions, who have talents come in, they have someone that is helping them sort of navigate their talents and their treasures, and being able to sort of direct that into a major or a job or an internship, similar to an academic advisor, but really it's a little bit more of a life coach to some degree, which I think is a good affirmation for students when they're transitioning to college, and also realizing that there are lots of different ways they can use a humanities or social science degree to actually make money.
Awesome, thank you so much. And Washington University in St. Louis?
Yeah, I think that what sets our social science program apart is probably that flexibility. It's a really big deal to us at WashU that students have the ability to engage all of their passions and interests. And so we've built sort of this loose construct of what a social science degree, could look like. And that way students have the ability to come in and really customize that to what they're interested in. Even if it's something, extremely niche, they'll be able to find a way to pursue that passion here.
All right, awesome. Thank you all so much. I have another question for you all. This actually is one of my favorite because I always end up learning so much, and I know our attendees love it as well. So since they are going through the college search process, what advice would you give them? So once again, we'll just go in presentation order with Newman University going first.
My advice would be to, especially if you're in the early stages of looking at colleges, think about what your wish list items are. Like if a college had that, it would be fantastic, but it's not necessarily necessary. The stuff that are like must-haves, and then also deal breakers. It sounds really weird, but when I was looking at houses with my husband, like that was a list we had, and it was easier when you were going on, visits to see if that would be a good fit on your list. So as you're looking at going to colleges, and your list could change, it's fluid, but think about those, must-haves, wish list, and the deal breakers. Go on lots of visits, different types and sizes and locations and whatever. Find some different schools so that you can figure out what the best fit is for you. Because if you keep going to visit the same types of schools, chances are you're not going to have a chance to see some really great ones that could be a good fit.
Awesome. Thank you. St. Louis University.
Yeah, so my advice is take a deep breath, relax, enjoy the process. It sounds easier than what it is, but it should be a fun time of figuring out where you're going to spend the rest of your next 4 years, obviously. And like we were said earlier, I would visit small, big, medium-sized school, get a feel of what you like, start locally, then start expanding from there. But enjoy the experience. I promise we don't judge you as much as you think we do. We really just want you to be happy, and we're here to support you. So don't be scared of your admission counselor. Use them as a good resource because we are.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Johns Hopkins University.
Yeah, I would say just continue to be proactive throughout your college search. I think we see a lot of students that will get all their application materials together. They know their application round that they want to apply in. They submit their application and then they take their foot off the gas, but there's a lot to learn even after you submitted the application. Obviously, you will do your research on the front end to identify the list of schools you're considering, but you can't really picture yourself at any given institution unless you've continued to do that research after your application has been submitted. And of course, after you find out where you are accepted. So in terms, we're hosting a bunch of events right now for students who have been admitted. I'm sure my colleagues on the call are doing the same. There's different opportunities to continue to learn about the institutions on your list, even after you've been accepted. So I would say don't take your foot off the gas. Obviously, you don't have to stress about the college search process every day, but just keep an eye out on school websites, your own email, events that might be happening, because there's a lot you can learn even after you have received any acceptance letters that you've gotten.
Great advice so far. Xavier University, what would you add?
Yeah, take a deep breath was mine. Thanks again, Ben. But my second piece of advice is that applying to college, getting admitted to college, and even getting a bachelor's degree is not the finish line. It is at the very least the starting line. And so I think students, it's really easy to get overwhelmed by this process, and it's really easy to sort of think that this decision, this process is sort of the end goal, and that is not the case at all. So no stupid questions. Please ask as many questions as possible, but also keep in mind that this is the very beginning of the rest of your life.
Love it. Washington University in St. Louis.
Everybody has given amazing advice. I agree with everything that everyone has said. I think for myself, I would say engage with the universities that you're interested in, engage with the one that maybe your parents or guardians want you to demonstrate an interest in, even if you don't really feel that way. Give everybody a chance, take a look, and try and figure out where you see yourself. I think this is really more of an internal process than it is an external process. I think this is about deciding the place that you want to be, the person that you want to be. And so looking for a place that can accommodate that and support you is really important.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You heard it here first, everyone. These are the experts, right? So my panelists and presenters, thank you so much for being here. What you do is extremely important, so thank you. And my attendees, what you do by showing up to these are extremely important as well. We would all not be here without you. So thank you so much. Remember, I did preface this by saying that it is an appetizer session, right? So as we all know, time flies when you're having a good time. So time has flown. We are at the end, and hopefully you have gotten some great information and contact info and are going to follow up now with these schools to see if they are the right fit for you. Now, also, after you close out this window, a very quick, I mean, the words are literally on the screen, very quick 5-question survey will appear. So please take a few seconds to give us some feedback. We always appreciate it. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one out of many college presentations. We have an arts session happening tomorrow and some other programming in May, so check that out. And again, if you want to relive the fun, all of these sessions are being recorded and are available at strivescan.com/launch. With that said, again, thank you everybody, and I hope you have a great night. Bye everyone.